What's your name?
My name's Jessica.
Jessica from?
E1,
E1.
Whitechapel, East London.
Born and bred?
No,
No?
I was born in Paddington,
Okay.
but I've been here 29 years.
What, East London or?
East London and King's Cross.
In Kings. What's it like growing up?
Is it like growing up? No, my mum was a heroin addict. My real mum, which I don't know, was a heroin addict supposedly, but I was adopted at 16 months and they put me in care at the age of 9 because I was very hard to handle, which was supposed to be like part-time care, but where I kept running away to King's Cross, I got involved with crack. Like, I had a big Rastafarian geezer give me my first crack pipe at 12. And yes, he did know my age. Yes, he did. And that carried on for a while. Like, it was like I'd run away, and basically you'd get like security people come and be looking for you. They'd take you back and you'd be put in a secure unit, like a young people's jail, basically, yeah? So basically that's what happened, and 3 days, 2 days, 1 day up, coming out of the secure unit, I'd run straight back down to King's Cross.
What's the King's Cross?
King's Cross is a ghetto in London. It's in West London. It was a ghetto. It's been brought up now. But yeah, it was a ghetto. It was... Anyway, you make me laugh. It was a ghetto. Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Like, I was young and naive, and I started crack at 12, I started heroin at 14, and here I am today at 41.
So you're 41. Got any kids?
I've had kids, I've had 2, but they both died. The first one died at 2 weeks from cot death, and the second one was an abortion, but I was in a domestic violence relationship. It's going to make me cry talking about it. Sorry. Can you stay off a minute? Sorry. Right, basically, the second geezer was domestic violence, and he basically threatened to kick the baby out of my stomach, and I ended up, because it was at the same time as, remember the Osama bin Laden? Like, when all them towers and all that. So security was really bad everywhere in the world, didn't it? So basically, I didn't get to do the abortion, which I didn't want to do. I don't agree with it, okay? But it was 5 months I had to give birth to a dead baby. So that's what's happened, yeah? So yes, I have had kids. One lived till 2 weeks, and one was an abortion, which I didn't want to do, but I got scared into it, and it was 5 months I had to give birth, so yeah.
So how do you afford the drugs?
How do I afford? Right, alright, I'll tell you. I used to be a prostitute, yeah, from the age of 12, but then 7 years ago, I met a geezer, first white man I've been in my life, yeah. Used to look after me, stopped me working, basically. But I came into a lot of money, I came into 110 grand. So, it's hard to explain, it's a long story. Basically, he used me for the money that I had. But he's still around me now, but he's left me in the last 4 days. He's left me to be sick for gear. He's like, because I ended up with 7 years I've been with him. He's ended up leaving me sick. He's ended up leaving me with nothing. Knowing that I fucking rely on him, yeah, because I pissed him off the other day. Yeah. Like, can I be actually blatant? And I told him he was a pussy hole, because how can a man let his girl be shouted at and have, yeah, I called him a pussy hole, and because the man, even though I love him to bits, he has done good for me. He won't stick up for me. He's seen my ex-geezer shout in my face, spit in my face, and won't do nothing. But and he's left me in the last 4 days to have nothing.
So, where did the inheritance come from?
My mum died. My adopting mum died.
And she left you with some money, yeah?
Yeah. My adopting mum died.
Okay.
I don't know my real parents.
Okay.
My real mum was a heroin addict.
And your father?
I think he was a punter, to tell the truth. I tried to find them at 17. What happened was, I found my mum who had died. She got clean.
Yeah.
And she died of double pneumonia. And this is what I got told from social services, yeah? But they couldn't find my dad. They found my younger brother, who was adopted. This is when I was 17. So when I was 17, my younger brother was 14, yeah? So he was adopted, so it was up to the adopted parents. They said no. I had an older sister at 28. She said she'd think about it and get back in contact. She never did. So that's it. In my parents' situation anyway.
So when you was prostituting, how much was you charging?
£20 minimum.
£20 minimum. Yeah. And that's for?
Probably a hand job or a blow job. I'm not gonna lie, not for sex.
Okay. Ever been in like any difficult situation?
Of course I have. I've been raped. I've been battered. Yeah, I have. Of course I have.
Yeah, can you tell us about the rape?
29 years I've been working. Of course I have.
Yeah.
It's just, do you know what it is? You get to deal with it. You get used to it. And that might sound sad, but you get used to it and you get to learn how to deal with it. I've had knives to my throat. I've had a gun to my head. Yeah, it's just, you deal with it. You're from the ghetto, you're fucking streetwise, you fucking deal with it. It doesn't mean that it don't affect you, because it fucking does. It fucking does. Just a minute ago you saw me crying, yeah, because I get affected, I feel like crying again. But you know what? You have to be strong and you have to, it's what all I'm used to, it's all I know. So I don't want to say ghetto girl, but I'm from the ghetto, so you deal with it and it affects me, and I would really love to go to rehab. Yeah, I would.
You'd like to go to rehab?
Yeah, I would.
Have you ever?
But I've got a dog. I know that sounds stupid, I know that sounds really stupid, but my dog is my be-all and end-all. Yeah, it's my baby. That's my baby.
And you can't take a dog.
I've got a bull mastiff Rottweiler.
It's a big
so one. She's about that big. She's only 3, but she's my baby.
So how did the rape thing come about then?
One rape thing. Listen, I can't count on both hands how many times I've been raped.
Oh wow.
It's how it is, babes. It's how it is. You get yourself up, just like Rihanna says. Dust yourself off and try again. Yeah? You do that, and that's what you do. Yes. And that's what you have to deal with. All right, it affects us in different ways when we're by ourselves, but and that's what you're used to. That's what you're used to.
You tell us one of the situations.
Of course I can. Okay, for instance, there was a girl I used to hang around with, and it was just the camera can't see right now, but it was just across that park. Yeah, I see her being held up by a Somalian geezer. Yeah, and he was the same size as you. Yeah, he had his arm around her throat. Because she wouldn't do what he wanted her to do, he tried to rape her, and that's one instance. All right, I've had a gun to my head, and this was King's Cross, and I've had a man. I'm not even telling you one, I'm telling you 3 now. I've had a man mistake me for another girl that robbed him and had the knives to my throat, and I actually kicked myself out of the car and got myself away. Yeah? But he thought because a prostitute had robbed him, he wanted to take it out on all prostitutes. I've had another situation where I've had a big fit, you know the chains that they lock up bikes with? I've had one of them across my head. Yeah? Wow. It's just, it's how you deal with it. It's life. It's part and parcel of the ghetto life, and that's how you deal with it. You dust yourself off, and you deal with it, and that's how it is.
Would you say you're happy?
Nah, far from it, love. Far. I wouldn't say happy. I'd say it's what I know.
It's what you know.
I'd say it's what I know.
Are you content with it though?
No.
You're not content?
I was in the beginning. When I was younger, I used to think that it was all fun and games and it was fucking lovely and it was always exciting.
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
No, I'm 41 years old and been on it since I was 12. Crack, heroin, like. But a lot of society, they look down on us because other addicts make a bad name for us. So they think, just like in other parts of life, do you know what I mean? They think, oh, because that genre of people have done that, other people are bad. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. Not everyone's a bad person because they're on drugs. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and we get treated very, very bad. Very bad. For instance, last night, I've been begging, yeah, for a year because since the corona, it's been hard to make money, and I never imagined myself begging. Yeah, I never imagined myself sitting on the fucking pavement. Hey, you got a spare change, please? No, I never imagined myself. I used to look down on people like that. But it's hard. And I've had people, you get groups that can make fucking, go and get a job. Like, but you know what? They could be in the same position I am within a day. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just homelessness. It's just disgusting how people looked at, because media and all that fucking look down on us. And I get it, I understand it, but it's not nice. That's all it is, because I'm a good person at the end of the day. And I don't want to make myself seem like I'm the be-all and end-all, but a lot, especially in the last 5 years, 10 years, most of the addicts now, even old school people, are scum. They're scum. They're dogs. They would step over you if you're sick. They would leave you to die. Yeah, but when I first started, it weren't like that. It weren't like that.
You wish you never started it?
Do you know what? That's a really good question. Yes, I do, but no, I don't. Because you can't learn what I know in school. So no. No.